Hey everyone, happy Thursday. It's the night of the Razorbacks taking on UConn in the Sweet 16. I know everybody's excited about that. Wanted to provide an update. So I'm soloing it here. It's going to be a little busy, but happy spring break to all those that are out there. Want to give you an update. If you notice that we've got an 80% chance of a watch soon, and it appears that we are going to bring some thunderstorm activity into the area here pretty soon. So here's what we've got. I think it's going to be most likely a severe thunderstorm watch. There's an outside chance we see tornadoes, but right now thunderstorms are beginning to blossom. It's been kind of cloudy and cool in northwest Arkansas throughout most of the day, but the temperatures are starting to climb. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all of my stuff. Then after that, you can kind of check out. Oh, I better make sure that Mega Doppler is working. Okay, good. Mega Doppler is working. I rebooted all the computers and things are a little bit finicky, but hey, hopefully everything works. Right? Take three. Maybe this computer won't freeze up on me. I know exactly, Robert. I rebooted everything. I've got everything with a fresh reboot. But anyways, here's a look at Heil Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. Some thunderstorms starting to develop off to our southwest. We can see those moving in a north-northeast direction, so those will not be impacting the Fayetteville area. However, additional storms could develop. Remember, the models have been hinting that maybe southwest areas of Missouri and northeast Oklahoma could see that thunderstorm activity. What's going on, Alex? Hope you're doing well. Spring is definitely sprung. That's for sure. The temperatures sprung up today. But let's take a look at the timing here. So just to let you know, as of now, we're looking at thunderstorms that could be developing later on this evening. The models have been pretty consistent that we will see the potential for thunderstorms right between 5 and 7 o'clock in the evening. Going to be a quick wave of energy that moves through, and then the system lifts northward. Now, most of the thunderstorm activity after an initial round will be developing in southwest Missouri, in my opinion. There could be additional storms that pop up in northwest Arkansas. But then this energy starts to shift east. So the front is going to sag south. Now, at this point, the severe weather threat's basically over for northwest Arkansas. Then we kind of turn to a flash flooding potential. You're going to notice here 5:30 in the 5:30 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning. This is where I'm a little concerned about severe weather potential in the river valley, because keep in mind there have been any storms before that. And then, as you'll see here throughout the late morning into the afternoon, we've got those storms that will be developing. And now the models are kind of shifting this east rather quickly. So, in my opinion, northwest Arkansas will see heavy rain. It might not be super heavy where it causes significant flooding, but there's going to be local corridors of heavy rain. So there's the flood. There's the flood threat. That's the flood watch. It goes until 7 o'clock in the evening on Friday. Not all models are in agreement, by the way. We'll zoom in here a little bit more, but you can see that level 2 out of 5 for the severe weather risk. The tornado potential is there because you'll see temperatures are in the lower to middle 70s in parts of the area with upper 70s in the river valley. So if any storms go up in the river valley, we could see some activity. Then you can see as we move into our Thursday into Friday morning, the damaging wind threat will be there, and then a large hail potential as well. So that's the very latest outlook. It was just updated a few minutes ago. And so we'll continue to watch everything. Now, the excessive rainfall forecast is a 3 out of 4. That's a moderate risk. So moderate risk of excessive rain, and it appears that a heavy corridor of rain will develop. Let's check out these temperatures. Oh, boy, we're climbing. Now we're in the lower 70s. Let's look at a weather bug camera here off to the west. Still kind of cloudy and cool and misting and drizzling. And so what that does is kind of limits the severe potential, in my opinion, in terms of tornado potential. Still hail a possibility for sure. And there could be some rather sizable hail off to our west. 80 degrees in the river valley. Like I said, if we have temperatures that warm in the river valley and storms develop, this is not set in stone. In fact, it doesn't look like much storm activity will develop in the river valley until basically tomorrow early morning. Then if we get any isolated storms in that 80-degree temperature, that could be trouble. There's the front. It's positioned just to our northwest. It's going to be dropping southeast. And so, again, when you look at the satellite and radar, you can see those storms kind of blossoming. But if we put those into motion, you can see them moving northeastward. So they're not really going to be moving into northwest Arkansas, only if additional storms develop to our southwest. And those might be moving into our area. So high resolution satellite shows that energy that's starting to come in. I think these storms will right turn a little bit, and there will be some storm splitting as well. So that's what we're going to have to watch for, is splitting storms, splitting supercells. Corridor of heavy rain, we're looking at, there you see it, 3 to 4 inches potentially, or 2.5 to 3 inches area wide. And there's going to be 2 corridors of heavy rain, one that's in southwest Missouri and another round that's in the River Valley. There's a very latest severe weather risk, and they have bumped this back. They have took it back to the west a little bit. And so you can see that that does include parts of eastern sections of northwest Arkansas. So it looks like we're going to have a severe thunderstorm watch. They just talked about it. The watch is going to be coming out soon because the National Weather Service is in discussion with the Storm Prediction Center right now. Just got that alert on NWS Chat, which is a communication source between the Weather Service and the media. There's a look at the tornado risk. And so, again, looking at the future track model, it's going to vary on where that heaviest corridor of rain is going to be. Models have been going back and forth. We'll look at the Texas Tech WRF here in just a bit. The graph shows a corridor of heavy rain in northwest Arkansas, and then another axis of rain that's heavy from the storms tomorrow morning into the late morning. Those could really be dumping a tremendous amount of rain. So Alex has a good question. Any training, or will it blow through relatively quickly? I don't think it blows through relatively quickly, Alex. It's going to linger, throughout the morning hours and throughout the late morning. Now, there's a chance it blows through northwest Arkansas a little quicker. We'll see how that materializes or how that evolves. Typically, the graph is usually a little quick on these storms. So let's see what the graph has, because I haven't looked at the latest here. And then we'll look at the Texas Tech WRF. So there it shows storms. Mostly hail is the main threat, but some isolated surface-based activity could be possible. And you can see that corridor of heavy rain. That's definitely training in southwest Missouri, which is why that corridor of heavy rain develops. So then in the early morning hours, it starts to come through northwest Arkansas, but that does blow through kind of quick in the northwest Arkansas area. So there is definitely a chance that in fact does that, which would lead to less rain amounts. Nevertheless, though, still storms and severe weather potential. And then the storm system moves out and the weekend's looking amazing. So just to sum up everything, is we look at the timing of all this, and I think this is pretty much right on point. This is adjusted by me. Hopefully it's correct. But we've got the best chance of rain here with some isolated storm development that's going to be taking place. And then it drops down to around 30%. That's because those storms lift northward. Then it cranks back up to around 80, 90% during the overnight hours. This is when we see our most likely time for rainfall as that wave comes through. So there's a chance that it blows through quick, but if we look at Mega Doppler, things are definitely starting to blossom right now, just off to our west. So let's see what it's like in Fort Smith. Someone asked a question about, that's kind of sunny right there, relatively sunny. Must be too hot in Clarksville. I know Clarksville's temperature is always having problems. Your computer froze. My computer froze for sure. Why climbing with the clouds? Southerly winds? Absolutely, Merle. We definitely have that southerly wind. We also have the moisture and the dew points that are increasing. So if we look here, this is a 64-degree dew point right now in Fayetteville. That's pretty juicy, guys. And then we look at the front that lingers. You'll see it push south, but it doesn't do that until overnight tonight and into the morning. So about a little after midnight, those storms will come to an end. But then a secondary surge of moisture rips into the river valley. So you guessed it, LaFleur and Scott County. Be on the lookout tomorrow late morning into the afternoon. Still talking about a severe thunderstorm watch that's going to be issued. So if you just joined on, here's a look at the 80% chance of a watch, which means it's pretty likely that we'll see a severe thunderstorm watch being issued very, very soon. By the way, too, there's new mesoscale discussion graphics from the Storm Prediction Center. They're pretty slick. I like them. They debuted them on Wednesday, yesterday, and we'll look at the Texas Tech WRF, which is a really good model, but it's been pretty consistent keeping those storms to the north. So let's check a little bit of that out, and then what I'm going to do is I've got to go because I've got a lot of stuff to get done. I'm soloing it, so you'll have to bear with me, and it's going to be interesting. Alex says the humidity has reminded him of home. It does feel like Houston. Jacob, I do believe it's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch, just because of kind of the ingredients and how everything is looking in terms of the hail potential. Tornadoes, it's questionable, but it's not zero, so we've got to watch that. All right, let's take a look here at the screen. Texas Tech model. So this is the latest Texas Tech model. Watch the front drop south. There it is. Wow, it's already nudging into northern Benton County. So the severe weather threat's going to come to an end pretty quick in terms of tornado potential in Benton County. Now you can see how that sticks around though in Washington County, and with those storms training over the same area and also the potential for them to ride the boundary, that will lead to the potential for some rotating storms. So there's the front dropping south, and then you can see it pushing all the way through finally by tomorrow afternoon. Let's see what that does with precipitation. And so there's a look at the development that's happening right now, and it's got that pegged, and then you can see it lifting northward. Okay, this is a little farther south than what it previously was. Now it's got a lot of the storms clipping and being north of the front, including Benton County. So maybe a corridor of heavy rain there. Then it looks like everything kind of clears out, and then additional storms pop up. This is where we get some heavy rain tomorrow morning into the late morning. And then here's that wave of energy that swings through, which I don't know when I'm going to be able to go home. I might be here until late tomorrow night. And then you can see the storm system moving out. So if we look at some of the ingredients here, let's look at the updraft helicity. Let's see if there's any helicity tracks. And so it does have a little bit of a helicity track, but I think that's an elevated storm. Okay, so it doesn't have many helicity tracks over northwest Arkansas. That makes sense. Now, watch what happens tomorrow, though, in the afternoon. There it is. Scott County, Logan County, Elk County. That's going to be an area that we got to watch during the early afternoon. There's our severe thunderstorm watch. I'll give you the details on it here shortly. Good old trusty weather radio. So this is the new mesoscale discussion graphics, though. They look really slick. So until 11 o'clock, severe thunderstorm watch issued. All right. Well, there you go. That's why we're doing this update, to let you know about it. So severe thunderstorm watch, let's give you the details on it. It's not going to have an outline yet. Maybe it will. Nope, it doesn't. So what we're going to have to do is go here, and there's the severe thunderstorm watch. So let me bring this up on the other computer. All right, so there's the latest watch that was issued. Goes until 11 o'clock tonight. Notice how it does not include northwest Arkansas, but we are going to find out it does not. So this goes until 11 o'clock, and it butts up right against the border. So this will be Adair County and Delaware County. Looks like Sequoia County as well, and LaFleur. So it includes all 4 of those counties. So this just came out till a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock. Once we get the outline, I'll be able to show you that, the county outline, that is. So let me bring that up here. And there it is. There's the county outline. So Adair, Delaware, Sequoia, LaFleur does not include northwest Arkansas. Now, is there going to be another watch? Possibly. Most likely there will be. But it looks like most of the storm activity throughout the rest of the afternoon should remain mostly to the west. Let's see what you guys are seeing on the screen. Oh, yeah, you can't see that. I'm going to make that bigger. There we go. Now you get to see the severe thunderstorm watch. It says flood warning, but that's because there's tons of flood warnings underneath this for the Poto and the Illinois River. There's going to be a lot of rain. There's no doubt about that. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? What's up, NFL Productions 101? Evan, hope you're doing well. I really do like the new MD graphics, mesoscale discussion. I do too. Yeah, it'll be easier for the public to understand. I do as well. The sun is out in Farmington. Oh, boy. Tricky forecast. It sure is. It's a tricky one. Good luck with the solo coverage. Appreciate that. Severe thunderstorm watch issued till 11 o'clock. It does not include Northwest Arkansas at the moment, unless another watch gets issued, or they extend this, but it goes until 11 and it includes Eastern Oklahoma. So I'm doing a Facebook Live right now, and I was on right as the watch was issued. Anything you need though, sir?
Just want to get touch base on tonight. I know we talked about it earlier.
Yeah. We got Patrick here. You want to bring?
Yeah, sure.
Bring him on in here.
Hey,
There's
guys.
Patrick. Yeah. So I'll stand up, and this thing should follow me. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just asking about tonight, basically, like what we got to do to plans. I mean, I know we kind of thinking talking about 5-6.
Yeah, 5-6. I think there's going to be some storms, but I'm kind of looking at most of the activity remaining to our west. There might be an isolated storm that develops later on this evening around 5 to 7, 8 o'clock, I think is that time window we got to watch. But and then we get additional storms later on tonight after midnight and into the early morning hours.
So, do we need anybody to stay? That's my question.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm going to be staying.
Yeah,
I'll probably be here all the way through tomorrow night. Honestly, I don't know how because there's storms tomorrow morning that I'm concerned about early morning too. That's when the energy really starts to whip in.
Right.
So
okay, and I'll plan to hang till midnight and then go from there.
Score prediction. What do you got?
On the spot here.
He's coming in here. He's coming in here. What's the score
I'll hold
prediction?
myself accountable here. I think I think it's going to be UConn 74-64.
Oh,
sorry guys.
Get him out of here. Gotta have positive thinking. I know. You might.
Good, man.
Yeah, UConn is good. Hopefully the Razorbacks. Someone said go Birds. All right, back to radar real quick, and then I've got a lot of stuff I've got to do, and I'll provide updates as much as possible. So we got a storm that's coming into Siloam Springs. You can see it right here. Here's our WeatherBug Network camera, and not really a whole lot of lightning with it, but a heavy rain is about to materialize. So let's zoom in here, and there you can see Highway 59 and 412 and 59, and that's going to be providing some rain and some heavy rain at that. But as far as the severe weather potential, it would be elevated, so the tornado potential just really isn't there right now. And hopefully that remains the case, but there is going to be hail, and then we'll have to watch for storms that split. And so, no, I'm not going to have any help. I am all alone. Dan Petrowski says, attended Storm Spotter class last night. Pretty cool. Yeah, it is cool. I love what Ed does. And so Ed Calanese doing the spotter training. So anyways, I got to run. I hope Arkansas wins. Alex, we'll hold off on the 8 ball until maybe later in terms of for severe weather and tornado potential. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to show it, but I've got a lot I got to do, and I don't have a whole lot of time. So we'll see you guys. Take care and be safe. We'll keep you updated. All right? Thanks for watching.